Fuck it, bro. I'm gonna give you a full school guide. School's the easiest shit in the world, yeah? Maybe it's because I'm in Germany, maybe because German schools are easy. School is so easy, bro. Let me tell you my story, okay? So I came to Germany, I came to live in Germany like 3 years ago. Like now I'm in the 10th grade, so I came when I was in the 8th grade. So let's say just 2 years ago, okay? I've been in Germany since 2 years. I could not speak the language. I could not like do anything. Yeah, I was like a vegetable. I couldn't do anything in German. Yeah, and now, 2 years later, I get good grades. I get above average grades. I learned German in 2 years. Even though my German ain't the best, even though I'm not the best at the language, like there are people who lived in Germany their whole lives and they still get worse grades than me. The only reason because of that, it's not because I'm better in German or I'm better at learning. It's because people are lazy. You have no idea how lazy people are nowadays. I was talking to my teacher the other day, and she told me that, like in Germany and in Europe, and mostly everywhere around the world, grades are like just gifted to people. Like, she told me that maybe like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, people were still, like students were still, they were still lazy. They still didn't want to do anything. They didn't want to do the schoolwork or the homework or any of that stuff. But they were pressured into like getting a specific standard, a specific grade. And that's how, that's how they managed it. But now what they did is that they lowered the standard. So people like me, for example, who can't even speak German, I can speak some German, but like not that well, yeah. Like not people like me. I mean, like literally, almost everyone can get a good grade. I don't know if that's in other countries. Like I said, I'm in Germany. The standard has been lowered, so it's so easy to get a good grades. So the only thing that's holding you back from good grades is just laziness or just work. You have to actually work. Like I'm not saying you have to study 8 hours a day for fucking biology or any of that stuff. Let me tell you exactly what I do. So you go to school, yeah? You're not gonna go to class and you're not gonna just sit there. Can I go to the bathroom? No, you're not gonna do any of that stuff. Like, yeah, go to the bathroom. You have to actually go there if you have to actually use it. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go sit in the first row. You don't have to, but it's such an advantage. The teacher's gonna see you all the time. We're gonna be fucking asking you questions all the time to test your knowledge, to practice. Go in the first row. Go with all the nerds in the first row. I promise you, it's gonna make your grades like 15% better. It's like a small tip. So go to the first row, and always you have to pay attention. Yeah, like when a teacher is saying something, don't just stare at the wall like that or something, or just don't be scribbling on a piece of paper. Like, pay attention. It's so easy to pay attention. Just focus on what the teacher is saying. That's it. That's completely it. You just have to listen. You don't know how to listen? Everyone knows how to listen. You just have to learn how to focus. Yeah, you have to learn to be present during what the teacher is saying. Now, if you, like in my case, yeah, whatever the teacher is saying is a bit hard for me to understand because my German ain't the best, okay? So I always ask questions. To get good grades in most of your subjects, you're gonna have to ask so many questions, especially in stuff like biology or math or physics. Any of those complicated subjects, you need to be asking questions. Like, you need to be talking, yeah? You need to be asking, like, oh, how do you do this? Or how did you think, how do you like come to this answer? Or why is it like this? Or whatever. The thing is, a good thing about asking questions that, like, first of all, you get the answer you wanted, like you learn more. And the thing is, it gets you more involved in the lesson. And the more involved you are in the lesson, like the better grades you get. No matter how shit you are at the subject, being involved with the teacher, like talking, raising your hand, like kind of often, it's gonna stick in your mind whatever she's saying, whatever he or she, whatever the teacher's saying, okay? So you can always raise your hand. If you don't know anything, it's okay. Even ask questions, yeah? Just get involved at least. So, yeah, let's say weeks go by, you're going to school, like you're just listening to what the teacher's saying, you're writing down what the teacher's telling you to do, you're asking your questions, you're in the first row. In the first row, also, like most of the time, you're gonna have also smart people next to you. Whenever you also need help, like with let's say you get a math question, what's 2 plus 2? Let's say you have no idea what 2 plus 2 is, and you have to do this like alone. You can maybe ask your classmate who's next to you, if he's smart or if she's smart or whatever. Hi, can you explain how you do this? Or like, how do you calculate this equation or some of the shit, yeah? You can always ask the people next to you, especially if you're in the first row, those people are gonna have answers for you. It's as simple as that. So, what else you can do? Like I said, weeks go by, you're getting involved in the lesson, you're raising your hand, you're asking questions, you're taking notes, doing all the normal stuff. Let's say, now it's a week before the exam. Let's say you have a biology exam, okay? Let's say you have a biology exam. So in Germany, how it is, we always get a practice test. We always get like a test where you get like some questions that might come on the exam. Like let's say our topic are how were cells built, okay? Like cells, okay? I think we all know what the mitochondria does, okay? It's the powerhouse of the cell. Everyone knows that, okay? Let's say in the practice test, I'm gonna have some questions about cells, okay? How do they function? What are in cells? What do these specific cell organelles, like the stuff in the cells, what's their job? What's their function in the cell? You're gonna get questions about it, okay? Now, the ultimate cheat code is that we're gonna use ChatGPT. Now, don't use ChatGPT like for fucking homework or like any of that stuff. Like you should actually be able to do it. Don't cheat on your test with like ChatGPT. But what I always do is that I get these questions, I try to answer them by myself. Sorry, had to burp. I answer them by myself. Okay, I know what a cell is. I know what's in a cell. I know what this does in a cell. You have these questions, okay? If you can't answer them by yourself, or even after you answer them by yourself, you're gonna copy paste them into ChatGPT or any AI whatsoever, and you're gonna look for the answers. And you want the answers summarized so you're able to memorize it and to understand it. Because when you memorize something in the same time as you're trying to memorize, as you're repeating the thing that you're trying to memorize, it's gonna stick in your brain. You're gonna learn. You're gonna understand it as well. So when I summarize the answers you get to bullet points or like to a small text, small paragraph, when I summarize, you can remember. And you keep on going over the same answers over and over and over and over and over again. If you want to be advanced, you can also like put in some questions that might come on the exam that weren't on the practice test, like some like out of the box questions. Yeah, you can always put those in like ask ChatGPT and have ChatGPT summarize those like the answer for the questions, and you're gonna be fit. You're gonna be super fit for the exam. So next morning you wake up early. Like you should be waking up early if you wanna. Like waking up early is fucking cheat code. Like I made a video about it. So already got notification. So you're gonna wake up early the next day, like the day of the exam. You wake up early, okay? And then you keep on repeating what the answers were, okay? What answers you got from ChatGPT, okay? Repeating, memorizing, and then you understand it, okay? It's so simple. You just have to keep repeating. Repetition is the easiest way to get good grades. So you keep on repeating, and then you have the day of the exam. You can write. You're gonna be fine. It's easy as candy. And you don't have to learn like 2 weeks before the exam or 1 month before the exam. I always learn like 2 days before the exam. Do the exact tactic, and that's it. And it's only gonna work if you actually focus in class, if you actually get involved, if you raise your hand, if you ask questions, if you do like the stuff I told you. There's nothing stopping you from like a good grade. Yeah. Hope you understood something from this. Hope you're gonna take something from this small guide. So yeah, have a nice day. Alright, it's me again. Sorry for like continuing the video even though I said bye. I noticed I forgot like two stuff in the video. So number one is if you don't have a practice test, then you can go on ChatGPT and ask him questions based on that topic. You can ask him, ChatGPT, can I have 10 questions about cells? You'll get the question, so don't worry about it. And the second thing I forgot, when you have the answers to your questions and they're all summarized and everything, other than like what's it called, repeating it and repeating it to yourself, you can call a friend or call a classmate who's also gonna take the exam with you, and preferably someone who doesn't know so much about the topic, so you get to explain or like you get to test your knowledge based on the topic. You get to help him understand it. So it's a win-win situation. You help him understand, and he lets you repeat what you're already supposed to know. So it sticks up here way better. I said this in like another video, but I'm saying it again because it it applies to the guide. So hope you have a nice day. Hope you take the best out of this video, and yeah, implement it. Hope I didn't say shit for nothing.